Experience where I, Chad Nafusi, along with my co-host Benny Rachmaninoff, the CEO of iShook, embark on a journey of discovery in pursuit of work-life harmony. Now, while we may not claim to be experts, we are passionate seekers of answers, just like you, our valued audience. So have you ever wondered how to achieve that elusive work-life balance with only a limited number of hours in a day? If so, you're not alone. We're here to seek out the answers together, and not just for our benefit, for yours as well. So throughout this podcast series, we'll delve into various aspects of work-life balance, from managing professional ambitions to nurturing personal well-being. Our aim is to provide you with actionable insights to inspire positive changes and to foster a sense of community amongst our listeners. So we want to hear from you. We want you to be a part of this experience, an active part. So if you're ready to unlock the secrets of a more fulfilling, balanced, and harmonious life, get ready for the iShook experience. Together, let's embark on a journey of growth, discovery, and transformation. But first things first, let me introduce my esteemed co-host, Benny, someone of whom I have a great amount of admiration and am thrilled to be hosting this show with him. Benny is a world-class, renowned social content expert. He's CEO of iShook, which he has helped to grow into a truly world-class company. So Benny, I'm honored to join you and talk with you on an earth-shattering first show. I mean, literally, we put the shook into iShook with this earthquake you had earlier in New York today.
Today was an earthquake. Today, and obviously those who will listen to this podcast will be post, right? But either
Yes.
way, but I appreciate the accolade, and you should know. There's no doubt a lot of people should know how great you are, Chad, and how I'm have admiration for you as well. You are a success story, just as me, or probably even more. I mean, you have more convergence dollars to cents than I do. That's for sure.
Thank you,
And
Benny. Well, we can go on and on about how wonderful I am all show if you want. I think that would be a fantastic topic for the first episode. But I do agree that, it's literally beyond the earth shaking that having this first episode is. I just want to say we've been working on this, Benny, now for a couple of months. We first met, we really hit it off, and we said, we've got to do something. We're both very similar in that we're both seeking questions. We're both seeking to get the most out of life, right? To squeeze the marrow from the bone, as they say. And so we came up with this because we're both very active. We're both entrepreneurs. We're both, go-getters in that sense, but we also have families. We also have avocations and other interests. And we're saying, how do we balance this? How do we squeeze it in? And Benny, the first inspiration for this came from one of my favorite books. I love the book Walden by Henry David Thoreau. I reread it every single year. Some people hate it. Some people find it the most boring book of all time. But for me, I get a lot. And there's one quote, Benny, that really stood with me that I think could be the crux of this show, which is, the cost of a thing is the amount of what I call life, which is required in exchange for it, immediately or in the long run. So in other words, something that we're saving up for or making money, that's costing us time. It's costing us an amount of life. And you, as someone who's so busy, so accomplished, and juggling so many things, every time I talk to you, you've got new things going on. I'm exhausted just speaking to you sometimes, hearing what's going on. So I want to really delve into this first episode so the audience can get to know a little bit more about me and more about you. Who cares about me? I'm interested in you.
People should be interested in you for sure. I mean, not just me. I can't be always the center of attention.
That's true. That's true. Right. Well, I do want to ask you some questions, and I'll answer them as well, so we can kind of get into it. So, as the CEO of iShook, you're obviously very busy. You said 3 sons, right? So
Yeah.
You've got a family, you've got a whole company relying on you, all these people. So first of all, how many hours do you generally spend working in a week? Is there a set hours or an average?
I mean, honestly, with my other obligations, I'm probably working all the time, so it's constantly work. But it depends what you call work. Technically, going fishing is also work. Physically, you're working, right? I mean,
Right.
so
Right.
what sensibility do you have when you're working? What do you feel when you're working?
Right.
Yeah, my general scheme of what I have to do for iShook is literally day and night. So day and
Right.
night, and flexible hours need to be available. Now, what I would suggest is for people to understand the way we live in the market today. If you're doing any type of startup, you already have to have a global mindset, because you're not going to be hiring every single person in the US. You would love to hire every single person in the US, but you're literally going to hire in the globe a lot of other peoples. I mean, because
Right.
not every expert lives in the US. Not everybody knows and understands a certain issue or a certain, I guess, component when it comes to production and resource in the US. It's built that way, based, from I guess the US policies from the 90s till now, in a global market. So we are really in a
Right.
global